So you want to make your very own Discord server in the year 2021? Well, you've come to the right place. I'm Senpai, the host of Senpai Streams. We built a big community of nearly 30,000 followers. My Discord is very active with nearly 3,000 members. And after this tutorial, you should know everything that I know about Discord myself. The first thing I'm going to do is give you a quick peek at my Discord, and then we're going to get into building one for you. All right, here we are at my server. As you can see, it's called Senpai's Temple. If we scroll down here, you'll see that I have several different categories. One for moderators, important things. We have a supporter zone. This area is only accessible by people with the supporter role. If you do have supporters or Patreons, you're definitely going to want to have a special section just for them, and we'll get into how to grant access to that for specific people. Moving on down, we have a text channel, and then after that, it's various games. So there's different categories for different games that are commonly played on the server and on my stream. As you can see, it's very active right now. We have two big lobbies for Among Us right now. Moving on down, there's several different games. I'm not going to give you a full tour because that would take forever. We're just going to jump right into starting your Discord server now that you've had a sneak peek at mine. Okay guys, so here we are. It's time to get started. Very first thing you're going to do is you're going to open your Discord, and if you look down here on the bottom left hand side, you're going to see a big green plus button that says add a server. So go ahead and click that. Once you click that, it's going to give you an option to start from a template. If you start with one of these templates, it's just going to add a few additional channels right off the bat. So since I don't know exactly what kind of server you guys are making today, we're just going to start from scratch with create my own. Honestly, the templates don't add too much anyway. So we'll go to create my own. Now you get to choose between making it for a club or community or for you and your friends. This just means if you're a content creator or a streamer and you're trying to make this server to keep your community together, definitely select the first one. If you're just making it to play some games with your friends and have a place to share memes and hang out and chat, then select the latter. So we're going to select for a club or community. At this point, you get to pick your server's name. We're going to call this example server. And you can also upload a photo. It'll be kind of like your little logo, your icon for your server. Since this is just an example, we're going to skip that. But at this point, you can hit plus and you can add your own little photo. So we're going to hit create here. All right, first step is done. The server is here. As you can see, the server starts with two default categories. We have a text channel category and we have a voice channel category. As you can see, in the text channel category, the only channel is called general. And in the voice channel category, the only channel is called general as well. So one is a text, one is a voice. So the very first thing you're going to need to do, of course, to any server is add channels. So if you go to your category text channels and you hit that plus button, you'll see right there it says create channel. So go ahead and click that. As you can see, the channel type, you can choose between a voice channel and a text channel. We're going to be going with text channel. The very first channel we're going to add is probably one of the most important ones. It's going to be the rules channel. So if you type in rules and make sure text channel is selected, you just hit create channel and boom, our first custom made channel is there, rules. Now, if you need some rules for your server, you can go to my server. I'll put it in the description of the video down below, and you can copy paste my rules if you like, or you can make up your own. It's your server, do it how you want, but if you want to do a quick copy paste, feel free. All right, now that we're done with that, the very next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add a little voice. We're gonna have a few voice channels as well. So we'll come down here, you hit create channel, very, very similar process. Once you hit that, you'll see text channel is still highlighted. So we're gonna select voice channel this time. And if you're a streamer and this is for a gaming community, you're of course gonna wanna make some gaming voice lobbies. So we're gonna do gaming 01 because it's good not to have just one. We're gonna 01, 02, 03. That way you have several different voice lobbies, and the more you have, the better, because there's just gonna be more for people to use. What I would do is start small, maybe 2 or 3, and then as your community grows and you see the demand increase, you can make more. So we'll go ahead and hit create channel, and boom, we've added one text channel and one voice channel. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you how to do is add a category. So like we said, text channels right here, that's a category. Voice channels, that's a category. And these other little bits right here, these are your channels. So you want to have different categories because it's going to help you organize your server. So we're going to go ahead and come down below all the channels, and we're going to right click. As you can see, when you right click, it's going to give you the option to hide or mute channels, create a channel, or create a category. We're going to select create category. So now we're going to make a new category. This one we're going to call admins and moderators. Then we hit create category, and boom, as you can see, we have a brand new category here. Now, what I'm going to be doing next is I'm going to be adding a lot of different channels to these categories. I'm going to be adding a few more categories. You don't need to sit here and watch me add all of these because now you know how to add them yourself. So I'm not going to make you watch 10 minutes of me adding channels to this. I'm just going to add a few channels and come back. But before I do, there's one more thing I want to show you. When you create channels, you can actually click and drag them into other categories. So if a channel you want to move to a new category, or if one channel or one category is too cluttered, you can make a new category and move things out of categories and move them to different ones. So all you got to do for that is just left click and hold and drag, and boom, and you can move them just like that. So the next thing we're going to do is we are going to be adding several more of these channels, and we will be adding several more of these categories, and then I will basically be explaining to you what exactly we added, and we will be back in just a moment. Okay guys, we are back, and as you can see, we've added a variety of new categories and new channels to this little example server. I'm going to go ahead and go through a few essential ones with you guys, and then we'll move on to making roles. Roles are really important for your server. It's going to distinguish who is a moderator, who's an admin, who supports your content, who's just a regular member, and all that good stuff. And it also is going to enable you to allow permissions for these channels and categories. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. At the top left here, you'll see that we have a rules category, or a rules channel, but I'm sorry. So the rules channel we went into a little bit before. You know, you got to have rules for your server. This is where they're going to be. So right at the top under important things, bot commands. You have to have a bot commands channel because as we add bots to the server, bots typically run off of commands that you put in chat. You don't want the bot commands clogging up other chat rooms, so it's good to give everybody an exclusive channel just to input bot commands. And then you have a welcome channel. This is where one of your bots is going to automatically welcome new members of your server. And an announcements channel. No matter what you're making your server for, you're definitely going to want to have an announcements channel. You can announce changes to the server, additions to the server, changes to your live stream schedule, things like that. So no matter what, definitely give yourself an announcements channel. Under that, we have an admin and moderator zone. We're going to lock this exclusively to where the mod zone is only accessible to mods and the admin zone is only accessible to admins. This is just a place where they can stay together and be on the same page. Under that, we have a spot called Senpai Zone. I just used myself as an example here. This is a channel live streams where you're going to be able to basically post automatically when you go live using certain bots, or you can post there yourself, you know, right before you go live if you have the time. Then we have a clips and highlights section. You can add more to this if you want to. This is just a bare bones minimum right here. Text channels, we just have our general text here. And then we have our voice channels, various game lobbies, and a general voice chat just for people to chill and talk in. After that, it gets specific for games. We made an Among Us category where you have Among Us chat, Among Us memes, and then 3 Among Us game lobbies for people to play in, kind of modeled after my server here. Then we have a little Warzone category with some Call of Duty chat, Call of Duty memes, a little Warzone lobby. And then moving down, we have a Nintendo gaming category with chat for Pokemon, Mario Kart, Splatoon. You know, whatever you play. I'm just throwing out some examples here. And then moving down, we have one more category down here at the bottom called the Music Zone, because we're going to be adding a music bot to this server as well. We have music chat. This is where everybody can talk about the songs that are actively playing and kind of, you know, enjoy conversation while they listen to music together. And right below that, we have Groovy Bot Commands. Since that one gets used a lot more, we gave it its own channel rather than going with just the single bot commands because it's so far up compared to where Music Zone is. And then we have the Voice Lobby Music Booth. The reason you have to have a voice lobby here is because, you know, the Groovy bot or any of the bots that play music, they're only going to broadcast it in a voice lobby. So you got to have a voice lobby channel for that, and we made the music booth for that. Now, as you can see here at rules, there's actually this cute little hammer there, you know, a little band hammer for people that don't obey the rules. I would like to show you how to add emojis to your channels. This is really important because it spices up your server quite a bit and makes it look a lot cooler. And you want it to be very appealing to everybody. So if you want to add these little emojis, the first thing you're going to want to do is go to one of your channels. And as you can see on the right hand side of that channel, you have a little gear here that says edit channel. So we're going to select that. Once you select that, you have an overview of the channel, you have your channel name, you can put your channel topic in to describe the channel, like what's it used for. You know, for this one, it's bot commands, so we can say this channel is This channel is used exclusively, wow, can't type, for bot commands. Okay, now let's add a little emoji here. Once you click up here, once you get your cursor up here, if you're on Windows, all you need to do is hit your Windows key and then hit the period button. Once you hit that, Windows and period, hold Windows, hit period, boom, you got a little emoji panel here. We're gonna add this little robot. So for bot commands, we have this little robot picture. Once you do that, you'll see down here at the bottom, it prompts you, it says, careful, you have unsaved changes. So you can either reset back to default or you can hit save changes. We're gonna save changes. After you do that, you can hit the escape right here to back out, and boom, as you can see, we have our little bot here, we got our little band hammer, and we have all of our channels for this little example server. One more thing I want to tell you before we get into the roles of the server is that you want to position things in order of importance, because whatever's at the top is what everybody's going to see when they first come in. That's why the very top thing we have here is rules, and then bot commands, and then we have a spot for our admins and moderators, because we don't want to make it hard for them to get to what they need to access. But let's say you really wanted Warzone at the top. You can click on a category and actually drag it all the way up. Boom. And then that category and all of its channels will move there. We'll move it back down for now, but just so you know, you can actually move these categories around. But I've already positioned it in order of importance, so it's pretty much good to go. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some emojis to each of these channels just to spice it up a little bit. And then when I come back, we're going to jump into roles and giving exclusive permission access to certain channels. Okay guys, now it is time to get into roles, making roles. So we're gonna go up to where it says example server, or whatever your server name is, click there, go to server settings, and you'll see right under overview, we have a section for roles, so we're gonna click on that. As you can see, I've already made an admin, moderator, supporter, and squad role, and then we have a bot role at the bottom. But just to show you how I can add these, you go over to roles, you hit the plus button, and then right now you see new role at the bottom. Let's just call this test role. Okay, so test, and you can select one of these pre-made colors, or you can pull up a color wheel and select whatever color you want. We're just going to keep this one white for now, and boom. Okay, so we have our test role. Now we're going to go through each of these little categories and what you should assign to what roles. So role settings right here, this is really important, guys. The very first thing you want to do for every single role is make sure you check this. That way they're displayed with their colors in the chat. If you don't check this, none of these cool colors will show up whenever people are talking with their roles. So make sure you select that. Now it says allow anyone to add mention this role. It's best to leave this off for your regular members. For me, my regular members are called my squad. Then I have my supporters, my moderators, and my admins. I only allow people to mention the moderators and admins. You don't want, 1,000 people that are members of your server getting mentions every time somebody wants to say hello. That just gets really annoying. So people should only be adding moderators and admin for help. So only turn this on for your moderators and admin. The next section is called general server permissions. The default is what you're going to use for your regular members. For your admin though, so regular members can view channels. Admin should be able, and moderators should be able to manage channels, manage roles, manage emojis, if you want them to, view audit logs, manage webhooks, and manage your server. That is only if you want them to. If you want to do all that yourself, that's totally fine, but it helps to have moderators and admins do it for you. The next part is membership permissions. So the default allows people to create an invite, to invite other people to the server, and to change nicknames. So they can change their own nickname, make a custom name just for this server. So that is a fun thing to keep on for regular members. Then you have managed nicknames. You keep that off because it allows people to change other members' nicknames. Now, if it's a moderator and you want them to give people funny nicknames, you can turn that on. As far as kick members and ban members, do not give this permission to regular members. Only give this to moderators and admins, of course. Then under text channel permissions, this is just pretty much everything self-explanatory. Send messages, attach files, add reactions. You do want your members to be able to do that, so keep all these checked. And right here I would actually uncheck. So this says mention at everyone. You don't want your members, regular members, being able to mention the entire server. You do not want that to happen. It gets really annoying, it gets really spammy, people will get too many notifications and they might leave your server. Only allow moderators and admin and yourself to mention everybody. That's it. Don't give that to anybody else. Moving on down, manage messages. This allows people to delete messages by others or pin a message. That should be moderators and admins only. Read message history. That should be everybody. Just allows them to scroll up and read, all the way up a thread in a channel. Moving on down, we have voice channel permissions. This one is just basically for your voice lobbies. Basic permissions for your regular squad role or member role. They should be able to connect, speak, video, and use voice activity. For moderators, you want to give them these additional roles, and for admins, they should be able to be priority speakers. They should be able to mute members, deafen members, and move members. And then finally, at the very bottom, we have a very special area. It says advanced permissions. Administrator. Members with this permission will have every permission and will bypass all channel-specific permissions or restrictions. And it says this is a dangerous permission to grant. That is very, very true. Only grant this role if you are very, very comfortable with the person, if you trust them. The administrator role is a very big role, and they can do anything in the server that you can do with the exception of deleting the server. So please keep that in mind when granting that role. If you do make an administrator, the cool thing is you don't have to go through and select each of these. You just select this one. And of course, once you're done building out your role and everything has been selected that you want that particular role to have, you just hit save changes. Now, before we exit out of the roles, the very last thing I'm going to do is tell you that this is important. The hierarchy, the order that you have it in is the order when you're in the server that it's going to show people. So top admin, second is moderator, third is supporter, then squad, then bot. So if I hit escape out of here, if I had other members in this server, right now you see that it says me at the top as admin, but then it would show supporters, or then it would show moderators, then it would show supporters, then it would show regular members, and then at the very bottom it would show bots. So that hierarchy is important. All right, let's move on to the next section. Okay guys, so now it is time to show how to lock a channel so only certain roles can access it. What we're going to be focusing on right now is our admin and moderator channels. So let's go into our mod zone here. You just click the edit channel gear right there. You're going to go down, it's going to have an overview. You're going to select permissions. Okay, once you select permissions, it's got @everyone highlighted. This includes everybody. So once you have everyone highlighted, you'll see at the very top it says view channel. Allows members to view this channel by default. Disabling this for @everyone will make this channel private. Boom, that's what you got to do. So view channel, no. Now everyone can't view the channel. Now that you've hit the X, this channel is now private and locked. So now that you've locked it, you don't want your regular members to get in. You don't want your supporters to get in. For the moderator channel, it should just be moderators and admins. So now they have the permission to get into there. You save that down at the bottom and boom. So if you cycle through, you'll see admins can view, moderators can view, but squad, nope, and supporter, nope. And for @everyone, that is not either an admin or a moderator, they cannot access this channel. And there you have it. So that channel is now locked. And as you can see, if you look closely, there's a little lock button right there by the hashtag for that channel. Now we're going to do the same thing for admin. Just repeat the process. Go to permissions. We're going to go to make it private right here. So view channel. Nope, no one can do it. We're going to sit here and add. We're going to add now this is the admin channel, so not even the mods can view this channel, only the admins. So we'll select our admin here and give them permission to view the channel and then save. And boom. Now only admins can view the admin channel, and only mods and admins can view this. And you could do the same thing if you made a supporter exclusive channel in your Discord or a supporter exclusive category. You can lock that whole category to where regular members can't look at it, just people with the supporter role. And there you have it. Now let's just get into bots and we're all done. Okay guys, it's time to add the Me6 bot to our Discord. This is one of the most versatile and useful bots for Discord. It's going to be able to greet everyone that joins your Discord server, and it's going to be able to assign roles to those people as well. Once you come to this website, it's that's mee6.xyz. I will put a link in the description below. Once you're here, you just type add to Discord, hit add to Discord here. It's going to ask you which server. If you're just making your first server, just select your server. I'm going to choose example server. That's what we're working on. And it's going to bring up this little thing here. It's just going to confirm that you're adding to the example server. You hit continue. These are all of the permissions it needs. Let it keep all of these permissions so it can do its job properly. Hit authorize. And then select I am human because it's the robot and you're the human, right? Okay. Once you are in here, it has been added to the server. The very first thing we're going to do is get into having it welcome people. But it can do a variety of things, guys. It can notify people when you post YouTube videos. It can notify people when you make Twitter posts. It can notify people when you go live on Twitch. You can make custom commands for it to do certain things, share certain memes when you use certain commands. It's crazy. It's super in-depth. We won't have time to go through it all today, but we will at least set up the warm welcome for our users. Before we can have Me6 do its warm welcome, let's go back to our server here. As you can see, Me6 is here. He's in the server up here. Let's assign him the bot role. So we're going to go to roles. We're going to go to bot. But before we can have him assign roles, there is one more thing we need to do. Go to your server here. Go to server settings. Go to roles. Me6 will be down here at the bottom. Click him and drag him, bring him all the way to the top. That way it's going to give him the permissions to add any of the roles below him. So this is a hierarchy, so yeah, he needs to be up at the top. Hit save changes, and boom. Now we can go back here, go to welcome, and now that we're on welcome, we do have the welcome message set to go to the welcome channel. So it'll say welcome message channel. You can select any channel to do the welcome in. You should definitely select the welcome channel. And then moving down, you see under welcome message, you can customize the message. Right now it's, hey, user, welcome to server. So right now it would say, hey, senpai, welcome to example server. But you can customize that any way you want. Excuse me. But yeah, that's pretty much all you have to do to set up the welcome for your bot. You come down here, you can decide what roles it gives. So we do have it set to give a role to new users. So down here under the message, it says give a new role to user. Make sure that's selected, and then select the role you want it to give. You don't want it giving out admin roles or anything, so just make sure it's set to give out the regular membership role. In our case, it's the squad role. You can also program it to send a private message to new users. So when people join, you can send them a message saying, hey senpai, make sure you read the rules of the server. Very nice to meet you. Things like that. And boom, that is the Me6 bot. Next, we're going to add the Groovy bot. Now, this one is groovy.bot, okay? It's going to be very, very similar. And since we have our Me6 bot, something cool will happen. Once we add the Groovy bot, Me6 will actually greet it in the welcome channel and assign it the squad role, but we're going to change it to the bot role, right? Okay. Wow, excuse me. Okay, I'm really sorry about that. All right, so we're going to hit add to Discord right here on groovy.bot. And just like our Me6, you're gonna need to select the server. You're gonna need to make sure it has its privileges. You hit authorize, and then you tell it that you're a human because it's the robot, right? And boom, it has been added. You can upgrade it to get additional features, but that's not entirely necessary. If we go over to our server right now, we will see the Groovy bot right here. See how he's got that light green and he's got the squad role? We're actually gonna change that. Right click, go to roles, make him a bot, and take off the squad role. Boom. So now he is a bot. Now we can utilize him. As you see, I'm down here in the music booth lobby, and we have our Groovy bot command channel. You may be wondering, how do I control the Groovy bot? How do I get him to do stuff? Okay, so let's go back to our browser. While you're here, you can go to commands. These are all the commands he's capable of. So you type any of these, and he will do, certain things. So you can say play and then put a link or a search query. So we're going to go over to and you can also tell him, go back, next. You can ask him for the lyrics of the song that's playing. You can say -song. It'll tell you the song title if you do that. You can fast forward, you can rewind, you can search, you can seek, you can stop. You can do all of these different commands, but you just have to type them in the bot command channel. You don't necessarily have to type them there. You can type them in any text channel, but it's best to put them in a bot command channel. So back over here in our music zone, as you can see, I'm alone in here right now. But if I go to my Groovy bot commands and I type -play, let me make sure I'm deafened first so I don't get copyright struck by any music that plays. We'll just say Doom by Calvania. And boom, there he goes. It says now playing Calvania Doom, and it shows who's playing it, which is Senpai. So as you can see in the He is actually in there right now. He's always deafened, but he's always playing music. So the Groovy Bot is actively playing music. I would love to unmute and let you guys hear it, but you know, copyright issues and all that. But yeah, it is actively playing music. I can say -stop, and he stopped playing music. So he's all done. Little stop symbol right there. So the music is done in the Groovy Bot commands. And yeah, guys, that's it. We got the Me6 bot, we got the Groovy Bot, we have all of our roles set up, we have all of these beautiful categories set up. You guys, if you found this video helpful, you can help me out big time by subscribing to this channel. My goal for 2021 is to really grow my YouTube. I would love to hit 10,000 subs by the end of the year. It would mean the world to me. So if I've been helpful to you today, please, please, please consider hitting that thumbs up and that subscribe button. I have many, many more tech tutorials coming. I plan on doing at least 1 to 2 YouTube videos a week. So I really hope I have earned your subscription today. And if not, hopefully in the future. Anyway, guys, stay blessed. Have an awesome evening. And hopefully I'll catch you on the next video. Senpai, 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 senpai.